years ago, in the unlikely suburb of Sudbury, Massachusetts, Rabbi Larry Kushner was hired to help build a congregation that is both traditional and unique. Perhaps its crowning achievement is the celebration of Bar Bat Mitzvah on Shabbat.
I think that the greatest challenge that the liberal Jewish community has is finding a way to really integrate bar mitzvahs back into the congregational culture. And at Bethel, we've taken some important first steps in that regard.
Like hundreds of others, Stephen Keller and his family are participants in a special learning experience created by Rabbi Kushner. Each week, a group of 8 to 10 Bar Bat Mitzvah students come with their parents to study Torah with the rabbi and senior faculty.
This is the 5-minute warning if you want to get food or coffee.
Abe says, I thought I was talking to God. Story says what? God was talking to Abraham. Story says, who was running this conversation all along? God. Who thought he was running the conversation? Big lesson for parents. Big lesson for parents. Under the guise of educating kids, you can educate parents, and you can say things in kid language that you couldn't get away with saying to parents. It was a test. God wanted to see if Abraham was willing to step forward and take on his parents, take on God. I think the main thing that happens to kids in the 6 weeks of classes is that they are blown away to see their parents coming and being seriously interested in the stuff they are learning too. That makes it a major family event.
The high point of the 6-week course is a weekend retreat built around Shabbat. Cantor Laurel Czar Kessler helps lead the weekends. She has found that taking families out of their busy routines can create a space to learn and grow spiritually.
It's still such a unique thing to have happen, that you take this opportunity, you convince people that they can be together, create a community together, and talk about God, and that it's all right, and it's good, and at this particular times in their lives, that's what they should be doing.
Somehow, once you disconnect people from their telephones and their workplaces and their automobiles and their newspapers, you feed them, it'll give them plenty of sleep, and let them do a lot of religious learning and experiencing, they blossom.
Preferred to stay with the
After dinner, parents gather to tell their own Bar Bat Mitzvah stories.
I was trying to think as we're sitting here, were there any older girls in our congregation that had a Bat Mitzvah? I don't think there were. It was I just remember it being a really new thing and something I would have liked to have done but really didn't have the courage to ask. So that was it.
I felt a very small part in a very big, dramatic presentation.
One of the most popular presents was this little bathroom kit. It was very popular by mitzvah, and what I remember is getting 8 or 9 or 10 of these.
In the morning of my bar mitzvah, he took me into this little room, and we had a shot of scotch. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, and definitely relaxed me.
I wrote out the envelope, and then I took the card. Dear Bernard and Tootsie, thank you so much for the... And then I left the space. Please rest assured that I used it very wisely. Thank you so much for joining me at my bar mitzvah. Thanks again, Arnold. And then I would have everyone, I had them all lined up on a coffee table that was set up, a bridge table, that was set up special next to the piano in the living room. And there they were. There was the only thing that was neat that was related to my life whatsoever. Everything else was all that. And every card was like there, exactly like that. And bingo, the presents came, and as the presents came in, like every one of them, thank you for the savings bond, thank you for the savings bond, thank you for the cufflinks. You know, it was like, and it was all that bingo. My mother was so proud.
Parents are now in touch with what they went through, and they're able to do a much better job of taking care of their kids now that they're aware of what an awesome, crazy, and mysterious experience it is.
A big part of the weekend is giving people the chance to experiment with traditional Judaism in new ways.
You have made me in your image. Image?
Laurel introduces the group to a morning ritual.
You give strength to the weary.
The morning blessings are a waking up of the physical being. According to tradition, they were done by an individual literally as they got out of bed, so that they would open their eyes and they'd stretch their arms, and it goes through the whole routine, that there's a blessing for every single piece of your waking up in the day. So we try to bring that to the retreat, and I give each person an opportunity to create a movement that goes with each one of the morning blessings. And I find it to be a beautiful dance.
Now this goes here.
All right.
And this, perfect. That, right? Perfect. Now take it off your head. You are in business. You look like $1 million. The retreat worship setting gives an opportunity to help people symbolically and literally try on things they've always wondered about but never had a chance to. I'm kissing each corner of the atara. It's really kind of mysterious and like forbidden to be wearing a tallis that normally only Jews, old Jews in old photos wear. Here I am wearing this big tallis, and now I get to stand outside and be naughty and be very religious simultaneously. And the result is, I think, thrilling for people.
This is the most complicated part. You've done part 1 and part 2. Just so you know, this needs to lay flat, right? This needs to be very careful with both sides of the head. You've done fine. Now, wrap this.
No, there has to be some pain, right?
Yeah.
No pain, no gain.
I mean, you can take it someplace new.
World philosophy.
Your head's gonna turn like purple.
Teaching kids how to lay tefillin and wear them turns out to be a powerfully empowering experience for parents and for their kids. It maintains an extraordinary connection with the tradition.
It's my grandfather's old one, so it's big.
Very nice, very nice. You might grow into them, but still the knockoff should be done. They're in very beautiful shape. Hold on for just a minute, I'm sorry. That's very nice. Good.
The weekend gives people the chance to practice Judaism, which might include reading from the Torah for the first time.
I always encourage adults, particularly if they haven't read, that this is a golden moment. It's safe, it's easy, you're just with friends and family. What could be more wonderful?
There's something so beautiful about the soft and tentative way you read the words. I pray you never lose that. I pray that the many times you read the Torah again, you will have the same sense of reverence and terror, which is just so beautiful. Mazel tov. Your parents ask it like this when they're alone. They say something like, why did you make me, God? How come I'm here? Like, what is it I'm supposed to be able to do? Martin Buber is probably the greatest philosopher of the 20th century. He has wonderful teachings on how to be a decent human being. Okay, go ahead, Laura.
The great and holy deeds done by others are examples for us, since they show in a concrete manner which greatness and holiness is, but they are not models which we should copy.
Let's stop there. What did he say about that? Yeah.
Great people that have come before you, you're supposed to sort of follow. You're not supposed to copy, but you're supposed to emulate the good qualities, sort of.
What's the difference between copy and emulate?
Well,
don't know. All right. We're just trying to figure it out. Good start, yeah?
Maybe you're supposed to watch them and then figure out how you're going to do it for watching them. You might see something that they were doing that you think is right for you, and you might choose to do that.
I don't think there's ever been a Torah class where at least once and sometimes dozens of times parents haven't said, my God, I never realized my kid could say something that smart or that wise.
Everyone should carefully observe what way his heart draws him to, and then choose his way with all his strength.
Now, what do you get out of that? Sim.
You have to serve God the way you think you should serve Him.
You have to. Beautiful. Anybody else? Yeah.
You should try and choose one way to serve him. It always suggests, what way his heart draws him to.
How do you know which way your heart draws you to?
What he believes.
How do you know what you believe? Yeah.
you try a different one until you find one that feels right.
Trial and error. That's not bad. Yeah, that's good too. Excellent. What else? Any other ways? First of all, nobody knows for sure. It's the hardest problem in humanity there might be, okay? The goal of all religious life is getting your ego out of the way so that God could be there instead. And that the Orthodox would claim that all the mitzvot are ways of getting you used to letting you just be a servant of God and no longer saying, I'm running the show. And once you do that, then you become a maestro at whatever you touch.
There's time, too, for intimate talk with the rabbi.
If you bought that at Filene's basement, and you thought that was thrilling that you bought it at Filene's basement, you definitely qualify as a Jew.
I sit down with the non-Jewish spouse of a member of the congregation, or a member of the congregation who's non-Jewish, and talk to them about their religious status. And to my dumbfounded amazement and delight and astonishment, the vast majority of them, when I say something like, so how come you're not a Jew, say, 'cause nobody ever asked me.
Go ahead. There's an old tradition, which I don't believe in, which says when somebody comes and wants to convert you, pull them forward with one hand, you push them away with the other. I won't do that. But what I will do is I'm going to try to get you to read stuff that's going to make you think, what the hell am I doing?
What's this all about?
Yeah.
Why am I here?
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
You're hired.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen.
We've had Shabbat. We could have gone home. We could have said, okay, we have shown you what Shabbat is like. But the idea is much more to create a full community, and if you can extend it beyond Shabbat and have people want to join together and integrate who they are every day of the week with who they are as Jews on Shabbat, then you've added a tremendous amount to the picture, I think.
Okay, hi Hollywood for 200. This title character cut her hair to look like a boy.
What is she not doing? Who is Carrie Russell?
No. What the kids remember is the fun they had on Saturday night, and then they'll want to do it again, and they won't mind getting together with these people again because you can have fun.
Just do it!
She's making another scene.
Elizabeth Taylor did cut her hair in National Velvet to be a boy.
The circle is open for people to share with us memorable events from the weekend.
I think my most interesting moment was with the tefillin.
At first, I didn't know some of the kids, but now I know them a whole lot better.
What I enjoyed is, reading a lot of Hebrew and also singing all the songs that we sang after meals. That was a lot of fun.
Definitely.
I think I'm inspired by the people here, by seeing their loving relationships between spouses, between parents and their kids, and it brings one down to the level of, boy, I need to be more of a mensch, just to keep up with my peers here.
I learned my daughter's growing up on me.
You're gonna get everybody crying now.
May we be blessed as we go on our way.
Rabbi Kushner is leaving Bethel to write and to teach. The Torah class will remain his legacy and a model for others.
It might be one of the more important contributions I accidentally made to at least the life of our congregation and maybe to a few others.
It feels like a tremendously wise thing that he did, that he saw what his strengths were and he saw the needs of the community, and he was able to put those together and give people just a wonderful continuing gift.
One of the most important, unanticipated side results of the Torah class and the retreats is that the families effectively are fused into a larger extended family. And after that weekend, they really take care of one another. They really care about one another, and they always show up at one another's B'nai Mitzvah. I'm going to ask Bill and Myra to break bread, and according to ancient Bethel custom, whomever of them gets the biggest piece will have dominance in the marriage from this time forward. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz.